Hey, Chin Music listeners, welcome to episode 20 of Chin Music with Mitch and Tony. I'm your host, Mitch Bone, and your other host is Tony Legaly. Tony, how are you doing this week, man?
Mitchell, how are you, my friend? Doing well? Doing well. Anticipating our show. We got the Super Bowl coming up on Sunday. Got some props to go over. Got some, should be good. So,
Should be a great show, and I want to say an apology in advance to people that are listening and will be listening. I have the seasonal cold that loves to come
yes, you
around in
do.
February.
Sicky.
So,
You're sick. You're sick.
yes. So if my voice does not sound normal, that is why.
Mitchell, I must go and grab my charger. So let the fans, let the listeners know that you'll be taking the show here for about 30 seconds. All right.
All right. So yes, and while Tony is gone, I guess one of the things that we wanted to do here on Chin Music is we wanted to do a giveaway for the Super Bowl, and we had a lot of people put in for the giveaway. It was $100 gift certificate to Fields, which is an amazing store here in Billings. I believe Billings has I'm not going to say exactly, but one of the largest fields in the country. And so what we did is we wanted to give away a gift card to Fields as kind of a giveaway for the Super Bowl.
I'm back. And Mitch, I'm back.
I've BS'd my way through you being gone. Yes.
Who are you talking to? Did anybody reply?
No one replied.
No one's talking shit. And I walk away, someone's talking shit.
No, but so I was just kind of precursoring our giveaway that we're doing.
Oh, the spectacular, ladies and gentlemen. So no, we don't quite know yet, right, Mitchell?
We don't quite know, but we're just kind of, precursoring that we will be giving that away during our show today. We had like 28 people enter, and so at some point during the show, that will be announced.
Let's go.
Yes.
Awesome. Hey, other than feeling like crap, Mitchell, you look great.
Oh, well, thank you. I feel good, except for... and I'm going to be talking.
Here we go.
Except for...
Shouldn't have said anything. Fuck.
I know, right? Except for the sore throat. If I didn't have a sore throat, I would be fine.
Well, regardless, you got a face for podcasts. That's for sure, buddy.
I've got a face for podcasts and radio. That is for dang sure. Yeah, guaranteed. Got a face for both, and that's why I'm doing both.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to embark on the journey, the episode of the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl episode. It's the creme de la creme, the biggest game of the year.
Let's go.
Yes.
By the way, Mitchell, what am I looking at for a score? You don't have to tell me. What am I looking at for a score here in this game?
I think it's going to be 27-21.
27-21, and he makes his prediction with the 49ers.
Yes.
Wow. What a great contrast to the show you've added.
I know, right?
So you're telling me that you're willing and able to bet against Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, and now the new face of the NFL, Taylor Swift. Is that what I'm hearing you say?
You know what? I've done it every single week, and it's backfired in my face every single week.
Yeah. Okay. Well, moving on.
So might as well just stick with it.
Yeah. So you're bound to hit one. That's your strategy. You're bound to call it right.
I'm going to call it right eventually. Yeah.
No. Here's the deal, Mitchell. That train is moving at a speed that is beyond measure, my friend. And you will not slow down. No, anybody, Bosa, Nicholas Bosa, Christian McCaffrey, they won't slow him down, Mitchell.
I don't know, man. There's a lot of star power on that Niners team.
So you like the 27-21 was the initial prediction that you had for this game. That would put the total at 48 points, Mitchell, which would cover the spread of the over of 47.5 on the point total. So you're going with the over.
I'm going with the over. I do think with it being in a dome, there's not going to be any sort of weather, no wind or anything like that to factor. So I think it'll be a shootout. Now that I say that, it'll probably be a defensive game, but whatever.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Hmm.
But
okay.
I think both teams have the offense to play that kind of shootout game.
You think that Travis Kelce and Rashid Rice and Marquez Valdez-Scantling and who's their other tight end, Watson, right?
Yeah. Noah Gray, actually, is their other one.
Yeah. And then who do they got? CEH, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He's a beast. Yeah, right. And then you got Pacheco, who looks like he's running in place.
He runs angry, is what he runs.
God, he runs some way, but it sure shit doesn't look coordinated. Anyways, you think that there is enough firepower in that Chiefs lineup to match up with the 49ers offensive power?
As much as I hate to say this, being a lifelong Raiders fan, as long as Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce are lining up in a Chiefs uniform, yes.
That's juicy.
Yeah,
I like it. I do like it. I like they have a good chemistry making something out of nothing, and they know how to win this year. My prediction, Mitchell, is I'm also on the over. I think the final score is 34-28. I think there's that many points. I think that if the over-under was 50, I'd still bet on it. I'd still take the over. I like the over.
That's awesome.
Well, I think analytically on paper, how the defenses match up. I mean, the secondary of the Chiefs is elite. They're going to have to grind on the ground game quite a bit. And I think guys like Deebo Samuel I think he's Super Bowl bound to leave an impression. And I have him for a touchdown. I like him to score. I really do. I think he comes in right around at plus 190. I want to say plus 200 almost. So 2-1 odds on that. Love it.
Yeah, can we just give a little bit of a shout out? As much as I'm not a Chiefs fan,
yeah,
that Chiefs secondary,
they're fantastic. They're elite.
And they say they're one of the best.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, they're keeping them in ball games. I mean, they shut down the offensive. I guess the now MVP, the MVP, right?
Yeah.
So, those guys got to just be. I just saw a funny thing that Mark Andrews, the new strategy for the Ravens is Mark Andrews is going to try to date Lady Gaga.
That's good. That's funny.
Yeah, that's the only solution to having a non-clutch quarterback like they do. Anyways.
I like that, though. That's funny.
I mean, I feel so ignorant calling the MVP the most non-clutch guy I've watched in a while. But I'm telling you, there's something with his interviews. There's something with the eye test with this guy that I just can't get past in these big moments. It seems like he always comes out on the losing end. And it's like I can't help but to point the finger at Lamar for those. Well, how do you win the MVP, break the rushing record for quarterbacks, and then just fold?
I think part of that is we're getting, how LeBron never wins the NBA MVP anymore, and it's because he's just so good that they can't give it to him every year. I kind of feel like we're reaching that with Patrick Mahomes. Like every year, Patrick Mahomes could win NFL MVP.
Mitchell, he is. Look at this stat here. I know we talked about it because they once again were underdogs. Okay, against the Bills, right?
Yes.
They are 9-0-1 against the spread when Patrick Mahomes is an underdog. And 8 of those games, now with the most recent victory, they have won 8 of those.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Like straight up won the game, covered the spread because they're underdogs, but they won.
Yeah.
So
and another thing too with the AFC is when you talk about Lamar choking is think of the quarterbacks in the AFC. You have to go through Patrick Mahomes. You have to go through Josh Allen. You have to go through Joe Burrow when he's healthy. Justin Herbert most years. I know this year was kind of weird, but they're usually in the playoff picture. There's so many good, talented quarterbacks in the AFC that Lamar is just a really good quarterback, but he kind of gets almost forgotten.
Yeah, that just is the craziest thing to say that about the MVP of the whole league?
No, it is.
But moving on, regardless, here's where the benefactor, if you were on the fence about this bet, taking the Chiefs, just so you know, because my prediction is that Chiefs win 34-28. Okay.
I hope you're wrong. Sorry.
Well, that's fine. That's fine. If I am, then looks like we're in for a doozy. Regardless, the backbreaker, this where it all makes just perfect sense. If you had to bet on Patrick Mahomes or Brock Purdy and then put them up against each other, you taking Purdy over Mahomes?
No.
Exactly. That's my point. I saw it with my own two eyes, back-to-back weeks, especially last week, or 2 weeks ago. Lions are up 24-7. How they managed not to be in the game tomorrow or Sunday blows my mind. Regardless,
yeah, no idea either.
Right? I saw that white pasty, kind of like my skin, the way that the sun is reflectively not so much enhancing that I have a fucking tan, right? Making me a little pasty. I saw that same pasty look, okay, on Brock Purdy's face when those guys were down. And I'm telling you, and granted, they won. They figured out a way to win, but I still didn't see that kind of Mahomes swagger and that Mahomes confidence. Like, I think they fold. Like, guys can fold.
Mahomes have that his second year in the league.
Hard saying. Did they win the Super Bowl that year? Probably.
I don't remember, but I'm just saying, I don't think. And also, here's the difference between the two, too. Mahomes was the number 10 pick in the NFL.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy was Mr. Irrelevant. So the fact that he's even in the Super Bowl is pretty impressive.
I'm not saying I don't like the story, Mitchell. I love the story. I'm rooting. If the game is going to shake that way, then yeah, I'm probably buying a Purdy jersey. Buy an owner of a jersey.
I won't be an owner of a Purdy jersey, even though I do love his story. Just because I could not own a 49ers jersey.
You sure got a Purdy jersey there, boy. No. Here's an interesting prop for you. The 49ers gave up 8 receptions to TJ Hawkinson. Okay.
Yep.
Against the Lions. 8 receptions. That's a lot of receptions to a tight end.
It wasn't Hawkinson. It was
Hutchinson. Excuse me.
It wasn't Hutchinson either. It was who's the tight end? Laporta.
Yeah, Laporta. Jeez, Pizzo. What am I doing here, guy? Anyways, expect a massive defensive earning adjustment, a noticeable adjustment on Travis Kelce. That is their 100% target, I believe, that for 49ers defense. So I have him, even though he could still be a major contributor in the Super Bowl, still have 100 yards, still have 2 touchdowns. Okay.
Yeah.
I think he has under 6.5 receptions. I think they find a way to neutralize him. Yep. I can see a way that they neutralize him. I mean, last year in the Super Bowl, Travis Kelce had 7 receptions.
Yeah.
And he, had a substantial, massive amount of game. That's Niners secondary is no slouch by any means. No. I think they make a focal point to shut him down as best as they can. I think that Travis Kelce potentially gets in the end zone as well, but I just don't think it's. I think he has a great productive game, and the Chiefs win the Super Bowl. But I think he's got less than 7 receptions. I think they'll make an adjustment to him.
Yeah, I think as well too, a factor in the game, and I'm going back to um, Chiefs Raiders game on Christmas. The
Mm-hmm.
Raiders' defensive front seven was in Patrick Mahomes' face the entire game.
Yeah.
If the
This is true.
49ers front seven can do that or even close to that, which I believe they can, they have one of the best D lines and linebacker corps in the entire NFL.
Right.
If they can do that to Patrick Mahomes, it will severely or significantly swing it into their favor, I think.
Well, we couldn't agree more. Yeah. No, like I said, I mean, we're talking about Goliath and Goliath. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's a coin flip as far as, money line kind of who wins this game. It's whoever can make a play and be consistent and make those mistakes. I mean, it's a great matchup. I'm happy it's a Super Bowl. Who'd have thought? First game of the year, Chiefs lose to the Lions. Then they kind of are just okay and trying to figure out those receivers, and all of a sudden playoffs are here. And I'm happy for them. I'm glad that they're able to build that. The Niners are stout. The Niners are absolutely stout.
Yeah.
Everybody predicted them to be in the Super Bowl for a reason. And they're there.
Everyone knew they were going to be here.
Absolutely. Well, they weren't so sure they were going in the second half a couple weeks ago, and that scares me. I mean, if you really put apples to apples, Mitchell, they barely beat the Lions. The Lions are a good football team. I'm not taking that away from them. I'm just saying the facts here. They had to work to get there. The Chiefs are tough to stop.
The Lions need one more year. I think next year is their year.
Could be, yeah. Maybe some development as far as like Jameson Williams. I mean, integrating him into a bigger piece in the offense, like they're gonna be tough. I was rooting for him, trust me, but it is what it is.
Yeah, no, the team's window that I think is closing really quickly is the Vikings.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I mean, they got many windows in their stadium, and they still can't find a way to get out of that deal.
No, their Super Bowl window is closing quickly because obviously the Packers knew what they were doing in their rebuild and rebuilt really quickly, and then the Lions that have kind of come out of nowhere too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think. Dude, I just spilled my Dr. Pepper. By the way, the show is brought to you by Diet Dr. Pepper, crushed can version.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's all right. It's about par for the course for this week. Anyhow, but no, I like that. I think that because there's going to be so much defensive pressure on Travis Kelce, I think that opens up a huge opportunity for Rashid Rice. And I think Rashid Rice potentially has a nice game. I want to say about 82 yards max, but definitely over his line of 66 and a half receiving yards. So I'm going to take Rashid Rice.
Easily over 66 and a half, yeah.
Yeah, plus 10. Sure, I believe I got it at plus 110. Rashid Rice over 66 and a half receiving yards.
That's pretty easy, I think.
Yeah, I like it. I like that. I think he makes that maybe in a couple plays even. So, touchdown scorers. Mitchell, you have anybody your favorite? Here's your favorite touchdown scorer of this game there, guy.
I'm going to take the easiest bet of the house, Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, well, unfortunately, Christian McCaffrey always has less than perfect odds, right? So it's like minus 250 if he scores a tutty, which is absurd. It's still scoring a touchdown in the NFL. That's a ton of juice. But if you got the chips and you like the Niners, and Christian McCaffrey's probably going to get in the end zone regardless if they lose by 20 or a point.
He'll get in one. I mean, it's kind of like the safest bet in football for him to get in the end zone.
Oh, yeah. I like that. You got to just merely because of recent injuries and kind of a little bit of a grind for Deebo Samuel here in the playoffs, injury-wise, and just putting up a decent performance. I think that he gets in the end zone in the Super Bowl, because if he doesn't, the Niners surely don't have a chance of winning.
No. Although I do say Brandon Ayuk has really come into his own this year.
Yeah, I like Ayuk. Yeah, he looks really nice out there. He looks like a well-rounded NFL receiver this year. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
No, he's really come into his own this year and really been a good number 2 for the Niners.
Do you think I'm on the fence about this, and I'll probably take it because he's a pretty big part of the offense when they integrate him. I've been burned very badly this year on this bet. But do you think that George Kittle gets in the end zone?
Ooh.
It's plus
No.
280 right now. It's
I don't know if he does.
Pretty good, actually. I mean, it's okay. I mean, I'm sorry. It's good for. I mean, that's. I'd think I'd probably be for sure taking it at plus 340, plus 330. Right. But plus 280 as far as a return on that. Huh?
I don't know if he does though.
That's what I mean. Like, I don't know. I'm on the fence with him because of the odds.
They have too many weapons.
How many touchdown passes is Brock Purdy going to throw in this game? Really, truly. I mean, think about it that way. How many touchdown passes does he have to share in this game against the Chiefs?
At the most, I think.
3 at the most, yeah, right? Like,
I think that they all run with McCaffrey a lot.
You think he at least has 3 though?
I could see 3.
I could see 3 at minimum 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I like it. Yeah.
Definitely 2, possibly 3.
He's got to overperform, and he's got to have maybe Christian McCaffrey receiving touchdown to do that. But
that's just it too. I mean, yeah. Christian McCaffrey is both.
He's a dual threat for sure,
and a runner, and he could do both.
Definitely. Once again, to reiterate, I think the number 1 bet for me is the over. 100%.
Yeah.
On this game, I really do. I'm all in on that. I love the Chiefs money line as dogs. Mitchell, you like the Niners?
I do.
What are you most excited for when it comes to watching the Super Bowl? It can be anything. What makes you most excited?
You know what makes me most excited is honestly the commercials. And I hate to be weird because this is not a Super Bowl where I like either of the teams.
No, you didn't. Yep.
I don't like the Chiefs and I don't like the 49ers. And so I saw that and I was like, this is going to be like the worst Super Bowl for me. But I do like the commercials.
Yeah.
I think Usher is going to be a great halftime show. And
I just want to get your attention. Shawty on it, up in the sky. Yeah, it should be good.
I get the 2 teams behind. I do think they are the 2 best teams in the NFL. And so you're going to get a good game.
Yeah. Couldn't agree more. Anyhow, Mitchell, it is now time to announce.
Announce our winner, huh?
Ooh, let's go. It's on you. Let's go. I've been waiting all freaking week for this, man.
I know. And we've had a lot of entries. And so our winner of our $100 Fields gift card.
We have a winner?
We have a winner.
Let's go.
It is none other than Aaron Levitt.
Aaron Levitt.
Yes.
All right. Aaron Levitt. I never met him. Sounds familiar, but congratulations, my friend. You have won.
Yeah. Maybe. So I've known Aaron for a couple of years. Actually, he's Yeah, I do know Aaron. So he's a Billings American Legion Hall of Famer.
Let's go.
And I actually interviewed him for the Billings American Legion Hall of Fame. And then now he's back in Billings. He was in, I believe, Texas.
Holy cow. So you know this guy pretty well.
Yeah. He's back in Billings, and he's going to be coaching the Billings Cardinals this summer.
Wow. Let's go.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right. Good deal. Well, now the Cardinals dugout has a little some music in it.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Congratulations, Aaron.
Congrats, Aaron. Get a hold of us, and we'll get you that gift card.
Yeah, it's on layaway. It's been on layaway at Shields for the last 4 months, so we almost got that $100 gift card paid up. So
Just
just
about, yeah. We're
bear
on like
with
our last
us
little bit
on
of it.
that. Yeah, we having 200,000 followers and listens every single week. I mean, we do what we can. Right,
We
Mitchell?
do
Like,
what
yeah, that's right.
we
Yeah,
do it for
that's
the
what it's all
people.
about. We do it for the people. Congratulations, you are the winner, Aaron.
Yes, congrats, Aaron.
Hmm.
So
The commercials. Mitchell wants to see the Dorito commercial because he likes it. He likes
the
it when they
Doritos
lick the cheese.
commercial,
He likes when they lick the cheese from the fingers.
yes, the Doritos commercials, Bud Light commercials,
Oh, Bud Light.
uh,
What's your
avocado from
favorite Bud Light
Mexico.
commercial? Favorite Bud Light commercial off the top of your head, kids?
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this actually might have been Budweiser, not Bud Light, because they're technically different, but they're the same. It was one of their ones when it was, I think it was right out of halftime a few years ago, where they had the Clydesdales with a puppy,
Okay.
and they were like best friends.
Okay.
I think it was like 3 or 4 years ago. I love the commercial. It actually kind of made me tear up a little bit. It was a great
So
commercial.
you want the sentimental on this question?
Yeah, it was a
Wow.
very sentimental one, and it was great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a Bud. So that must be a Budweiser.
I'm pretty sure it was Budweiser, but
Budweiser. Okay.
they're
Yeah.
kind of the same company. So
Well, they're specifically promoted differently, though, Mitchell. That's why I asked you what's your Bud Light commercial, because those ones are
I
a little
don't
bit
remember
more
Bud Light
humorous.
commercials as much as
Oh,
Budweiser. I guess.
Jesus. What about Bud? Or, I mean, come on. Just throw one out there for the people to know.
I don't remember Bud Light commercials.
Jesus. Here we go.
I do remember one now that's like Peyton
Every
Manning
week.
and Emmett Smith throwing out beers in a bar.
that is actually a really good commercial.
Funny how?
Yes.
That's a Super Bowl commercial.
What about? So I like the Super Bowl commercial. It was when they first announced, or it was when they, the wife's like seducing the husband, and she's like, "Honey, come upstairs. I got the teddy on, and I got the satin sheets on, whatever on the bed, or whatever."
Yeah.
And he's still kind of dragging his feet, and then she's like, "I got cold Bud Light," and he runs upstairs, slides across those sheets right out the window. That's classic.
Yeah.
It's a great commercial.
Or the other ones that are funny that I don't know how they allowed them on TV. The old GoDaddy commercials.
Oh yeah. Those are great.
I have no clue how they allowed those on TV.
Anyhow, Mitchell, any other bets? Any other predictions? What about this one, real quick? Plus 1,800. This pays. So this is 18-1 odds. A score that has never been achieved in a Super Bowl happens on Sunday. What do you think of that bet?
Ooh, so there's no specific score. It's just a score.
A score, a random ass score. If the score's 2-10 and it's never been done in a Super Bowl, then it's 18-1 on your money.
I think I'll mind that. There's a lot of possibilities.
It's fun. It's kind of fun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fun bet. Yep, I think we're gonna.
I mean, there's only been what? This is the 58th Super Bowl, so there's only been 57 Super Bowls.
That's right. That's what I'm talking about, man. I gotta tell you, there's a guy, and his name is Mitch Bone. Okay, let me just tell you something, Mitchell. Mitch is gonna like that bet. He's gonna take that straight to the pay window. I gotta tell you, he's gonna do that. All right.
Yeah.
So I have these bursts of things.
You're good.
In my head. Yeah. Anyways, Mitchell, it's been a pleasure. Do you have anything else for the viewers?
I do actually. So I have a friend that's actually at the Super Bowl.
What?
And is volunteering with her work.
My gosh. Who is this?
Yeah.
And what is she doing?
So she works for St. Vincent's or Intermountain Health.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And so Intermountain Health is one of the main sponsors of the Raiders.
I saw that. They're also, I just saw their sponsorship of the Colorado Avalanche as well.
Yeah. And so with the Super Bowl being in Vegas at Allegiant Stadium, Intermountain Health, their employees got the opportunity to go and volunteer at Super Bowl week this week. And so she's been down there since Monday, and She got to go to media day. She got to take pictures with the Lombardi Trophy.
That's cool.
And just all these cool things that she has sent me pictures of so I can live through her. And it's been really cool.
That's awesome. Shoot, yeah, bro, that would be quite the deal just to go to a Super Bowl. That World Series Super Bowl. I got to go to a Stanley Cup first. Been to a Stanley Cup playoff game, but never.
Have you?
I have, yeah. In Phoenix, the Coyotes were playing the Predators, I believe. Yeah.
So one of their 2 times in the playoffs.
Yeah, I was there for one. Yeah, I know. Tough. Being a Yotes fan is. I don't know if it's much better or worse than being a Raiders fan. Who the hell knows?
It's not much better, I can tell you that.
It can't be. It can't be. There's no way. Well, it's exciting. Yeah, best luck to her. Yeah, and then we have sponsorships. Those guys have been a huge help, Mitchell, in taking off our show here, and just want to first and foremost give a shout out to Randy Northrop at Peter Yagan Golf Course is a main one. Leif Wellhaven at Leif Wellhaven Consultant.
Yeah.
There's 2, and Erica Lipper Photography. She's been great.
Yes.
And of course,
I was waiting for this one.
Neil. Sharing the market to buy edge solo home. Why would you choose anybody else but a buyer? Neil Buyer. Neil Buyer.
I was waiting for that one. I knew you were going to do something crazy.
That's him. He's the man. Let's go. Love it.
He is the man. And no, thank you to all of our sponsors, and thank you to all of our listeners who have helped us. This is our 20th episode, so that's kind of crazy.
Let's go. We're breaking ground. We've been doing this for a little bit. Obviously, the most factual show on the market. Yeah. So, thanks for being a part of it, everyone.
And we wish you all a happy Super Bowl Sunday.
Let's go.
And we will be back next week.
Let's go.